We're here at the beautiful Barfield Park in Murfreesboro to talk to Brandon Wagner about the EV Car Club. First of all, Brandon, just want to welcome you this morning. We're here to talk about the EV Car Club, and first before we get to that, I want to talk a little bit about why you decided to form this club.
Sure. Well, we realized a lot of our members are very excited about electric vehicles. And so as we were designing different programs for electric vehicles, I was talking to my father-in-law, who he used to restore British cars. And he made an interesting observation. He said, you know, the people that I know that have electric vehicles are as proud of those cars as people I knew that had the old British cars. And I thought, well, you know what, that sort of makes sense. That rang true with some other stories I'd heard where people had said that maybe a friend of theirs got a car and just said, you've got to drive this car. You've got to try it out. And then my father-in-law took it a step further. He said, I was part of the British Car Club, and I think you should probably investigate maybe doing an EV car club, and maybe MTE could run it. So that's kind of what started taking root. And we built on it from there.
So, you know, you're right, some of the best ideas come from, you know, our dads and really come from history. You know, I watch the American Picker Show a lot, and they're always going out there and finding these old jackets from car clubs or decals from car clubs or things like that. So the car club really is a great idea to get like-minded people together and really get more enthusiastic about their product. You know, if you're excited about something and you're talking to someone else that's excited about it, that's just going to generate a lot more energy. So how many members do you have right now?
Right now we have 147 members who've signed up. And I think there's only 4 or 5 of those that are employees. So these are all external members who are interested in this. Not everyone has an EV, but everyone's excited about EVs. A lot of people have questions about EVs.
Right.
And, you know, talking about the history piece, I'm excited about the car club for 2 reasons. That from a personal standpoint, me and my father-in-law are actually rebuilding a 1961 Austin Healey, and we're converting it into an electric vehicle. And so actually we started digging around trying to get answers for different kinds of pieces we need, and we found different car clubs across the country that they have a lot of those discussions, because this is something that's really popular, maybe not in Middle Tennessee, but out, you know, other parts of the country.
Yeah.
And then from a, you know, that's my personal connection to the car club. From an MTE perspective, I don't know that, at least in my time in this industry, we've ever had something that our industry impacts people's lives so much that they're so excited about. And so just to be able to talk with members about something that make them smile, it's a new experience, everyone wants to learn, it's rapidly changing, that's exciting for me too. There's so many people with a lot of questions, and this will be a place where people can get questions and share experiences.
Yeah, I know, you know, EVs have been around for a while. You know, I think they were, you know, 10 or so years ago, you know, we had this big push for EVs. Of course, there wasn't very many options. There was like the Leaf, and then there was like the Tesla, and that was pretty much it. And then it kind of died off a little bit, and now all of a sudden it's kind of had this reawakening, so to speak. A lot of other manufacturers are jumping on board now. I think pretty much every manufacturer's got their own brand of EV now, so it's really exciting. So when the club gets together, I mean, do people bring their cars with them, or tell me a little bit about the kind of events you're looking to have with this car club? Right.
Well, we launched our first event was a booth at a car show in last September at the Wings of Freedom Fish Fry in Smyrna, and that was sort of an interesting experience because we were with all these classic cars, and here we are, more of the future of the auto industry. But everybody welcomed us. I think people were really interested to see what tomorrow looks like. So we've done that a few times at different car shows. Always been received really well.
Yeah, that's exciting. I know, we recently had the Earth Day celebration, and y'all set up a booth there and had several cars within within your booth space, and it seemed like when I would walk by, I mean, there were always people there. They were all looking around the cars and talking to other people, and I had friends of mine that were there. So I just came from the EV booth. I have an EV, so I've signed up for the club, so they're all excited about that. But I think the exciting thing about the club is you don't have to have an EV to be part of this movement, to be part of this excitement. I know, some people may not be ready for it. They may not be the time in their life to buy a new car, but they still want to hear about it and learn about it, and that's something that, I'm sure you're going to be talking about as well.
Sure. Yeah, we definitely want the car club to be a resource for education where people can get their questions answered. I think something we're learning really quickly is people feel like, well, if I go to become an EV owner, I've got to change my whole lifestyle. And the people we know that are EV owners are telling us, no, this accommodates my lifestyle. And so, even talking with some manufacturers, they've always said the way to win people over is to get them in the seat. And so that's what we want to do. We want to get people comfortable with it and then just have fun with this. EVs are fun. We want this car club to be fun. There's not a lot of rules around it. We want it to be something where people can really connect and have a good time. It may not be for everyone, and that's fine, but for those who they really want to make that move, we want to be a valuable resource for them.